Oh, sorry. Let me start again. Do I say my name?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, so tell me about MarketPro Homes and how our company was able to assist you in your time of need.
Okay. Well, the reason why I had to sell the house is because last July, my husband was on his way home from work. On his way home, and he was murdered on the highway. Someone shot him from another car, and he passed away there in the car. Car stopped in a lane, and with his foot on the brake, and he had passed away. Previously, he called home and said, "I'll be home in 15 minutes." Within that 15 minutes, a police saw him saw the car stopped in a lane and wondered why that car was there. And she told me she went to investigate, and he was deceased in the car already. So that was a
So how did that obviously that was a huge impact on your life.
Yes, it was so hard to deal with because he was the breadwinner, and when these people commit acts of crimes, they don't realize when they take a person's life, they have families a lot of time, and he was our, God is our source. He was our resource that God used to take care of our family. We have 4 kids, and he paid everything, and to have him taken away, it was such a hard time, and a shift in my life or our lives. And the home, it happened in July last year. I said I'll give myself a year, and we have to get rid of the house next July, and because there's no way I can afford to pay it, and savings only last a little. Sometimes it depends on you're not prepared for like someone taking your livelihood or your person that's paying for things. And I received a few house advertisement. I guess at the court, when someone passed away, they know that you're a homeowner if you're your homeowner. So I received different advertisement in the mail. I got one from a white piece of paper from some company, and then I had a yellow paper from MarketPro. Stood out like yellow paper, so out of the ordinary. I put it to the side. I had even had a folder that I was going to put all the people who wanted, that coming to me for my home that I may anticipate, may have to sell one day, because I knew that this day was going to come. And I put in the folder. I got another one. Someone else put in the folder. I got another one from MarketPro. I was like, okay. So then, as the months went by, I was clearing the house and things, preparing to downsize, because it was just me and my daughter and my son off and on. But then I told them they have to get their lives together, and she had to make a decision. She was only 19, and her daddy was, like that. She was a daddy's girl, 3 boys and her. So to have to get ready to, like adventure out of the nest, so to speak, and not to be prepared, it was, so hard. And for her, being a daddy's girl, and
then you got another sign. What was that sign?
I got another sign. I was watching a TV program, because I know I prayed, and I asked the Lord to show me what to do, because I can't go through this getting a real estate agent, having people coming in and out of the house. I just couldn't do that. Still mourning, still going through the all the challenges that a death, or losing someone that your spouse. So I was watching the program. I believe it was on CW 50 and WB and MarketPro. I think it's Dan came in. It was a smiley face, and it was like so happy. And I was like, oh, that's the one in the advertisement I have. And I was like, oh Lord, thank you. And he's like, oh, the number, and they take everything for you. So I called the number, and the operator, the person, said he would make an appointment for saying someone from the company to call me. MarketPro was going to call me back, and they called me back quicker than I thought. I think it was just later that day or the next day. I'm not even sure. It was like quick. And we made an appointment. He was so I don't know. It was just so exciting, and like he was caring, and I mean, just in his voice, it's like, oh, I want, I want. He's like a good salesman or person, but you want to use him as opposed to someone else, because it looks, the way he talked, it's like behind him there's love coming through, and it's like, I'm here to help at your time of need. All of that came, the compassion came out of his voice, and like, and when he came to my house, he explained everything, and that I didn't have to worry about anything, that, you know, all the do's and don'ts, and explained to me there was clothesline. Settlement company was the one that they used, and you know, after you look around the house and everything, that was fine. It was gonna buy it. But then another thing, a clothesline. My daughter lives next door to the clothesline company, and I was going to her house, the flats next door, and I saw clothesline. But I think I said, oh, you know, because someone said, oh, how do you know these places are legit? Oh, these people, you know, they buy your home, and they you know, they a lot of people lost their homes to companies. I said, no, this is a legitimate business. I saw the, you know, the emblem on the decal on the, I mean, you know, the landmark. And it was just so nice that everything fell into place, and then I didn't have to go far. Someone where I didn't, you know the area. It was just like convenient, right next door. And I was like, I could walk to her. I visit my daughter. I could walk across the street, you know, like to the clothesline. But anyway, make a long story short, they sent shortly after that, a realtor came, and she looked at the house, and she approved and wanted, you know, they, I guess with clothesline, I mean with MarketPro, they were together. The business aspect of it, they came, and she was fine, and she wanted it. So I said, oh, okay, so the choo-choo train is going, we're going straight. So we headed, this was in, I think, May or so. So I was like, I started preparing. I was like, okay. And then all the other offers, I left them in the folder. Eventually threw the folder away. I was fine. I felt at ease. I felt comfortable that everything was getting taken care of behind the scene. I just had to prepare the home and get rid of, you know, things and everything. But yeah, like my daughter moved to the place, she found the place shortly after, not long after, and then she moved out. And then my son went to school, so he has 2 more years for this program, so he's gone, and then after that he's gonna get his, you know, his place, or he's on his own path. But for me, dealing with the other part of it, another son contemplating suicide twice. It's really hard. It's still a struggle, but by God's grace, that, you know, we'll get through it, and I'll be there to help them. But
how about the proceeds from the sale?
Oh, okay. The proceeds from the sale, it's the it helps me with all that I'm receiving from the sale of the home. Helps me to begin somewhere else. I'm looking for Florida, Tampa, Florida. I've been there before. I lived there for 6 months, and so I'm anticipating within the next 2 weeks. Traveling down to Florida and searching for a home, and or a job until I'm of age. In my mind, I'm only 39, but I'm near retirement. So I'm gonna invest the money, use it wisely, to prepare for the days, you know, that I have left on this earth, which I hope is so long, because I want to live to 120. But I hear someone in Africa lived to 116. I said, oh, maybe I didn't stay far enough. Hey, but anywho, I'm looking forward to using the money wisely and begin a life in Florida. I'm headed there, and the money will help me tremendously. And I thank MarketPro and Clothesline for, you know, reaching out to me and accepting me and making me a happy customer, because this is my first home that I'm selling with. This was our first home, and so now I have to sell under the circumstances. But they made a tragedy. They turned the tragedy or the circumstances of me having to sell the home into a happy experience, because I'm happy that this day is here, and I'm, you know, sad that my husband is gone, but I'm happy that I have a new chapter in my life that I'm going to experience, and I'm looking forward to it, and I have some change in the bank to take care of that.